Good morning, Internet. Welcome back to EFU 3.21. We're back with more crackpot conspiracy, sideways world news, a lack of morals, and a whole lot of hellfire. But first, from Maroon 5, their latest hit, I'm Single and I'm Sad About It. Welcome back, everybody, to the Evolution Failed Us podcast.
Woo.
Trace, how are you feeling this week?
I'm feeling pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm solid. I'm feeling
Nice.
pretty spiffy. Pretty up and at 'em, you know. It's been a really long fucking day, and I've only had one coffee. Dude, I'm tired as shit now.
That was the hardest transition. Like, I'm good to go. I'm fucking tired, dude. I'm so exhausted.
I've been up since 6 a.m. I've only had one coffee, no energy drinks. I feel like if I'm not hyped right now, I'm just gonna crash and burn.
All right,
Like,
I'll
really
try
fucking
and mimic the energy.
If you'd like, you know, maybe it's like a good cop, bad cop.
Who's
thing
the bad
sometimes. I think it's obviously me.
Okay.
Because I have a very low moral high ground. It's not even a high ground. It's a low ground. I have a very...
the moral floor.
Yeah, I have the moral floor. The epitome of what a moral could be.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you know what I don't get? I don't understand people that want to fuck cartoons.
We literally just mentioned this in the last episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
Cartoon fuckers?
Well, no, hold on. When we discussed about the virtual reality, and you mentioned Rule 34.
This is totally different. As people wanting to fuck... Cause, see, I wasn't thinking about cartoons and shit. I was thinking about,
That's what Rule 34 is, though.
Rule 34 is anything that can be turned into porn will be. Or at least from my knowledge of it.
My knowledge of it, it's anything that isn't already porn, like the like animated stuff. Like there's literally I saw on a post earlier today about they're making a female character in Ratchet and Clank that you can play as, and then it was like, all right, well, here comes all the Rule 34 people. Okay,
see, I thought that just applied to anything that was non-sexual already. They turned it into that. This is a little bit separate from the full immersion virtual VR shit. This is people that just really want to fuck cartoons. Like, I see all the time people posting about how they want a big titty goth girlfriend or some shit, or like these goth chicks from cartoons from back when we were a kid.
Yeah.
And they just want to bone the ever-living fuck out of them.
Now, is it that they want to do that to the character themselves, or they want to do that to the personified version of that in real life?
No, I think they actually want to fuck the cartoon.
Okay.
Like, people that are deep into hentai and shit.
Yeah.
Like cartoon fuckers, I really don't get it. And I always specifically see it more about the goth characters.
I do too.
And I don't know if there's a weird stigma with people that are obsessed with like the goth imagery, but it's fucking weird to me. Not the whole goth thing, I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
But the cartoon fuckers.
Yeah, because like personally I find goth girls like attractive, but not the cartoon type. Like I wouldn't want to go that far.
You don't want to fuck a cartoon.
No, absolutely
You don't
not.
want to pull them out of the TV and just skull fuck shit out of them.
No. Not by a mile.
Because that shit's weird.
Yes.
Like, you remember the goth girl from Danny Phantom?
Yes.
I see that one over-sexualized and personified so much.
I see the one from Total Drama Island more than that.
Oh, man, I see that one too, and it's fucking creepy to me.
But to be fair, the characters from Total Drama Island are pretty much...
They're blocks.
Yeah.
They're shapes. They're literally shapes.
Yeah, I get that, but they're also... I feel like that's kind of the gateway toward it, because there's a lot of characters from... Yes, because there's a lot of characters from that show that I see people, like, that whole Rule 34 thing that you were talking about. There's a lot of characters featured from Total Drama Island that are on that as well.
How much of that shit have you seen?
I've gone on Reddit enough times to know.
I was going to say, do you just scroll too far down through Pornhub? Are you on, like, page 32?
No. It's...
Because let's be real.
Reddit is very, scary at times. Reddit.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. So how often do you go on Reddit?
Not very much, and I've never used it a whole lot throughout my life. However, I have had people send me a lot of fucked shit from it.
Okay, my point exactly. There's a bunch of, if you don't know how Reddit works, there's communities that you can join, and those communities are called subreddits. And on those subreddits, people can go on there and they can make posts. And that post can be linked to other subreddits. That post can also be taken down by the, I guess, like the people who run the subreddit, and they're called, bots or mods or that kind of thing. When you make a post on there, depending on what kind of post it is, what kind of community you're trying to reach out into, your post has to get approved before it's even shown on the subreddit.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds a whole lot more monitored than I ever thought it was.
Oh, it is. But the thing is, you can find communities that aren't monitored at all. And you can shitpost whatever you want on there.
I was going to say, is that how you find the videos of people blowing their heads off?
Yes.
That shit's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out who finds that shit and uploads it. Because I used to have a buddy who would send me that shit pretty regularly.
And most of it was from Reddit, I bet.
Yeah, it was all from Reddit.
Yep.
It was fucking wild. I think that's the only place you can find, or at least that I know of, where you can find fucking suicide videos.
You can find pretty much everything on there.
Or like terrorists chopping people's heads off and shit.
You can find stuff like that. You can find pictures of puppies. You can find political stuff. You can find porn on there. You can find
puppy porn on there.
You can find everything on there.
See, that shit's amazing to me because it seems like it's the most unmoderated site in the world.
But even on those types of things, it's monitored as well, because there's this thing, there's a little tag on it that's like NSFW, which stands for not safe for work.
Yeah.
And then there's other ones that, if it's kind of iffy on whether or not you should open it, then it'll have a little disclaimer like SFW for safe for work, or, the previous NSFW.
Yeah.
Typically, the NSFW has either violence, nudity, profanity, or that kind of stuff correlated with the post or the content.
The shit you don't want your boss to see from over your shoulder.
Yes.
The shit that
now, granted, I don't think you ever want your boss to see you on Reddit in general, but still.
Why?
Especially if you're at work.
Oh, well.
Unless you're on break.
I'm not going to say I'm on my phone a lot, but I'm on my phone literally all day.
I know. Believe me, I know.
We've been through this. I am constantly sending memes to people. It's not just you.
Oh, I know.
I'm literally just sending them out. I'm making like whole ass Twitter rants, Snapchat stories. I'm going off. It's everywhere. Or well, I don't really use Snapchat at work because that would be illegal.
Yes.
That would be very
in
illegal.
our workplace, that would be illegal.
So I don't really use Snap, but I do use everything else.
Yeah. As long as you're not taking pictures or leaking information, it's not for company policy, but at least you're protecting.
No, well, I mean, it is company policy that we can't violate HIPAA law. Because if we
that's what I was referring
then
to.
we're
As long as you're not
fucked.
leaking information or taking pictures, then you're fine. In that regard.
Yeah, because then we'd be totally fucked.
Oh, yeah. You'd get fined, you'd go to jail, you'd lose your job.
It would dig me a financial hole. I'd rather have Corona. Let's be honest. Speaking of Corona, did you see, it was a recent post, I never followed up a whole lot, but I've seen it in a whole lot of places, of the guy who was in the hospital with it for 62 days. And he came out with a $1.2 million hospital fee.
What?
The man came out of the hospital after 62 days from suffering from COVID-19 with over $1 million in hospital fines.
Wow.
How fucked is that?
Honestly, like, you just fought for your life for the past 2 months, and then now you gotta win the lottery to pay your life back, basically.
Like you're just fucked at that point. And I mean, I don't know if he has insurance. I assume since they let him stay for 2 months, he does. But I don't think any insurance company is going to cover $1 million worth of fees. At most, I think he might get $100,000 covered. Hell, he could have died and gotten more to pay on that from his life insurance policy.
Yeah, probably.
That
is insane. I saw another thing about the whole virus going around. Again, I hate saying it, but COVID.
Yeah.
Did you see where people around a certain beach are closing the restaurants and everything because there had been a consecutive 2 days of 2,000 plus cases confirmed on each day?
No, what beach? I'm trying to go on vacation.
Fuck, somewhere in Florida, I think.
Fuck.
Florida? No, Myrtle, South Carolina.
Okay, I don't care then.
I think it was Myrtle.
Look, I'm just trying to go on vacation.
Good luck with that. Because, like it was predicted, we're going to hit a second spike.
I mean, Florida's open. They don't give a shit down there.
They're starting to close some stuff.
Ugh.
As far as, what's today's date? The 16th?
Yeah.
Yes.
Something.
June 16th. They're starting to, at the very least, consider it.
Well, that's ass because I just want to sit with my toes in the water, my ass in the sand, getting drunk as fuck and burnt. I'm gonna come back looking like a fucking lobster. I'm gonna take living like Larry to a whole new level.
Do you know there's people who actually enjoy doing that? Enjoy getting sunburnt like that?
Oh, they're psychos.
I don't get it.
I don't either. That shit.
I hate getting sunburnt.
I'm like kind of burnt right now, and like the worst of it is I'm just itchy as shit, and I can't stand that. I can't stand being itchy.
I don't like being constantly uncomfortable no matter how I sit or lay down. I don't like the itchy part of it. I don't like that I have to like wince in pain to put a shirt on.
That's when you just stay home and stay shirtless the whole time, and you take nothing but aloe baths.
Yeah, it's super annoying to me.
I've actually heard that if, like, right after you get sunburnt, if you turn the shower up as hot as you can and hop in and just let it burn like a motherfucker for a few minutes, it'll take all the sting out of it and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I would rather slowly suffer at a mild level than have an excruciating pain for like 5 or 6 minutes.
But then be fine for the rest of the time? Because that mild pain could drag out for like 3 weeks.
On a sunburn?
Yeah.
Jesus, no.
Have you never had a sunburn that severe?
The most severe it's been was probably a week.
Oh, dude, I straight up looked like somebody poured red paint on me before.
Okay, that's like 3rd-degree burn type shit.
It was bad. It hurt like hell.
The most, like...
I straight up, like, cut aloe plants open and laid it on me.
The worst that I've ever gotten was getting water blisters, like, on my shoulders and on my nose.
Oh, I've never had, like, what? Well, have I? Maybe I have.
They hurt because they itch like crazy, and as soon as you pop them, that just
sounds awful.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot showers, so I saw this thing on TikTok last night. It was of a girl. She took a little sample of her shower water. Okay. And she put a thermometer in it to see how hot it was. It was 109 degrees.
Yeah, I believe it.
There are bitches out here taking showers in 109 degrees. You can boil water with how hot they're taking showers.
No, you can't.
What is the boiling point of water?
212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, is it?
You're thinking Celsius at 100.
100 degrees Fahrenheit is still hot as shit.
Not really for water. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is 1.6 degrees higher than your body temperature.
That's a lot.
Your body temperature normally is 98.6.
109 is a lot. I'm pretty sure I could cook an egg at that.
You can't.
I can poach an egg.
It would take a while, but...
I can poach an egg at 109 degrees. Fucking guarantee it.
I don't know. Because water has a very unique ability to withstand temperature change.
But does an egg? No.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I've never tried to poach an egg at specifically 109 degrees.
Well, we're about to try it. God damn it.
But no, seriously, about going back to the shower water thing, in order for your body to feel that sort of warmth and heat, it has to be above your body temperature.
109 is a lot. My temperature probably sits at a solid 97, 98 degrees like it should. I get hot as fuck taking a 98 degree shower.
It'd probably be lukewarm at the best.
I don't fuck with this hot ass water.
I do.
This shit's insane.
I'll get out of the shower and like my skin's like kind of pink.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It feels amazing.
Fuck no.
Yes.
I'd rather take a cold shower.
Oh, hell no.
Over the summer, I'll take a cold shower. Like during the day, like if I come home from doing something and I'm about to go out to eat or some shit, I'm taking a cold shower.
No, no.
It's like 100 degrees outside. Fuck that shit. I'm not taking a hot shower just to go outside and sweat as soon as I'm done.
No, fuck a cold shower.
Cold showers are awesome.
No, they suck. I can't stand it. I can't stay under the water.
But you want... How the fuck? But you want to live in such frigid-ass temperatures.
Standing outside in cold weather is different than standing under cold water in a shower.
I find it to be the same thing.
No.
And I find both very refreshing.
I find the weather to be refreshing because I can have clothes on.
But how the fuck do you take a hot-ass shower, come out pink as shit, and then go outside to like 95 degrees?
Well, typically if it's that kind of situation, I'm not going back outside. If I'm going to go back outside, I'm just going to wait until I get done. Well, okay, in your example of coming back from doing something, you need to take a shower before you go out to eat.
Yeah.
Like going out on a date or some shit.
Yeah.
I would take a lukewarm shower, but I would not take a hot shower, and nor would I take a cold shower. I would take a lukewarm shower, so my body's still warm, but I'm not coming out pink and I can't cut diamonds with my nipples because of how cold the water was. So after that, I'll be fine to go back out.
Okay, well, that is a fair, logical reason behind it.
However, if I come back inside from doing something and it's hot and I'm sweaty and I'm like just gross, but I'm not going to go back outside after that, I'll wait until I cool down and then I'll get in the shower, because then I can have the water at a higher temperature and I don't sweat when I come back out of the shower.
Yeah, no, I would just rather hop in immediately.
No, not me.
I really just can't stand feeling gross and sweaty a whole lot.
I can't either.
Especially in the time past, like when I used to work out. Like, it's just sweat sucks to me now.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
can't stand it.
There would be some days, actually most days, I would take like 2 showers a day. Like in high school, during soccer season, I would take 2 showers a day. I would take one as soon as I woke up in the morning to wake me up, go to school, go to soccer, come home, and then shower. Then do whatever else, and then go to bed, and then repeat.
No, I'd wake up and have 5 minutes to get the hell out the door, and that's how I would do it. I still do it that way.
No.
I'll wake up 5 minutes before I have to leave. Not shower. I don't shower in the morning. Dress, brush my teeth, leave. I give nobody any time to talk to me whatsoever. 5 minutes, up and out.
See, I wake up like an hour 15 before I have to leave the house.
Hell no, that's sleep I could be getting.
For me, it takes a little bit more time to like wake up and get ready to move. If I woke up and left the house 5 minutes after and I was driving somewhere, I would not make it.
Oh, see, I think I'm a safer driver actually when I'm tired like that, because I'm more focused.
Oh, I can't focus if I'm tired.
Oh, I can. I'll be driving in the straightest fucking line, hands at 10 and 2, no problem. Whereas if I've had time to be awake, then I'm just going to sit and fuck with everything in the car. Radio, phone, myself, like it's just all over the place.
No. Actually, okay, about the driving position thing, 10 and 2 is probably one of the most uncomfortable driving positions you can be in.
What?
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
No, I don't like it. My left hand typically is the only one on the wheel. So it's either at what is that on the clock? 9?
5 or 9 here?
Yeah, straightforward.
Okay.
Or it's at 7 or 6 down here and I'm driving. But if I'm on my right hand, then it's either at 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock.
Oh, most of the time I just drive with my hands in my laps. I'm anywhere between 5 and 7 or 3 and 9 at the same time if I'm focused.
Yes, I don't know. Driving with both hands is just uncomfortable to me.
It's not uncomfortable when you're going 100 down a road. You shouldn't be going 100 down.
But I'm never doing that.
Oh.
God, and you always wonder why your car is fucked up.
It must be nice to live in such a safe bubble, Trace. I don't know what that's like.
I swear you're just going to die one day.
Well, yeah, I think we're all going to die one day. That's kind of how life
works. Okay, no,
works.
but I don't mean by natural causes or sickness. No, you're going to pull a Paul Walker or something like that, and I'm going to have to dig your fucking arm out of a tree.
Too soon.
Too soon? It was what? 8 years ago?
I think so. Either way, yeah, I think most people think I'm going to die of some horrific accident. Because I think I might be a mild adrenaline junkie.
You are.
I think I have a problem. I want to go, cliff diving and shit.
Oh, I want to do that. I want to go skydiving, too.
Yeah, I don't want to do skydiving, because that's a little too far.
Okay, hold on. No, wait a fucking second. You would go cliff diving.
Yeah.
Where you have to avoid rocks and trees and shit like that.
That's easy.
But you wouldn't go skydiving when there's no obstacles to avoid?
I can guarantee that I'm going to avoid some rocks and some fucking trees and land safely in water. I cannot guarantee that my chute is going to pull. I also don't enjoy being nut to butt with another guy who is probably twice my size. At that point, I feel like I'm being dominated, and I don't like it. Cliff jumping, I'm in the dominant position because I'm about to fuck that water.
Okay, so you're talking about just cliff jumping into water, not...
What the hell am I cliff jumping?
I'm talking
cliff?
about, I'm talking about the people who like go hang gliding and stuff like that.
Oh, I totally do that shit too.
Okay, well my point still stands. You would avoid rocks, trees, and shit like that, but you would not fly through the air.
I am in more control with a hang glider than I would be with a parachute.
No, I don't think you would be.
And once again, I am not nut to butt with somebody.
You would be.
That's like
On your first run doing on your first few runs of cliff diving and
with
shit like that.
hang
you would be.
gliding?
Yes.
They're not right. They're beside you. They're not on top of you.
Nah, dude, I would much rather go skydiving than cliff diving.
No, I don't.
Or hang gliding, sorry.
I don't fuck with that skydiving shit.
No, I want to do it.
I mean, I probably would do it. You know, all it really takes is a, hey, Avery, you want to go skydiving? Nah, bet you won't, bitch.
All right, fuck you. We're going.
All right, fine. Fuck it. Let's do it.
I feel like you'd be the kind of person, though, to have to, like, you'd be holding onto the side and someone would just have to, like, kick you out. Because you wouldn't fall out or jump out. You'd, like, kind of, like, lean over the edge and just, you get that feeling in your stomach.
See,
And then you just feel like a slight push.
I think I would have that on the way up, but when it comes to actually being at the door, ready to go, I'm like, fuck it. Full send at that point. I'm here.
Full send.
Full send. Like, I'm already here. I'm sky high. I may as well just go.
Fair.
And I mean, they push you on 2 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because they say they'll count to 3, but then
1,
people grab
2, and then gone.
Yeah, they'll go to 2 and then shove you out. Because on 3, people grab the door.
Yeah.
And get scared.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, like, once I'm in that situation, I may as well just go with it. Like, if I'm in a car wreck, by the time shit's crashing, I'm just going with it. Like, if I start rolling, I'm just kind of like, well, this is my life for a few minutes. This is going to be one hefty fine, but all right, here we go. And then it all happens. I cut the car off, I drag out, I turn back, and I look, and I'm like, well, that's a lot of damage.
Phil Swift.
I'll dead ass, I'll turn around and be like, well, things going to take a little more than some flex tape to fix this one, boys. I would be the worst person in a tragic accident.
Oh my gosh, you would be. Fucking hurricanes coming and you're grabbing your swim trunks and be like, hope you fuckers know how to swim.
That's exactly how I would be. In the event of a tornado, I would get an umbrella and literally just walk
fucking
outside.
Mary Poppins that shit.
Yeah, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. And just let it take me away. Like, fuck it.
Okay, look, if we're gonna be talking about adrenaline, let's just stick to the topic and let's talk about the roller coasters. Do you like roller coasters?
For a while, I really hated them, and I blame it on that. Have you ever seen Final Destination 3?
I mean, I've seen Final Destination, but I can't tell you what number it was.
I was gonna say, do you know about the series?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, well, Final Destination 3 is where she has a vision about a roller coaster crashing. Ever since that one, I have been fucked up. And until about 3-ish years ago, I would not get on a roller coaster.
Really?
I wouldn't go near them. I said, fuck Six Flags. I'm not doing it. Fuck all of it. Well, a couple years ago, my girlfriend was like, let's go to Six Flags. It'll be fun. We'll be able to bond and da-da-da. And I love it. And I'm like, fuck. I'm going to fucking die. Especially like the ones where like your feet dangle and like.
Oh, dude, those are the best.
Like the Batman.
Yeah.
Fuck those.
Those are the best.
I hate those things.
They're
I also wear sandals everywhere I go, so that is a foot hazard for me.
That's true, but that's by your own volition.
I mean, yeah, but they should make sandal safe rides.
They do.
All
They're called
right.
bumper cars.
All rides should be sandal safe, and most of them are. But things like Batman and Superman, they're ass. And for anybody that doesn't live in the United States or the state of Georgia, wherever a Six Flags is, because I don't know how other theme parks are, the Batman is basically just where your legs are open and swinging. The rest of you is locked in, and it's like a big-ass swing, and it just shoots you off. And so your legs are just kind of flailing everywhere. And with a Superman, fuck that ride altogether. That ride can suck my nuts. Have you ever been on it?
I don't think I have, but I'm pretty sure it's my dad's favorite ride.
Okay, well, the way the Superman works is it lifts you up kind of like the Batman does where your feet are dangling.
But then it shifts you forward.
And then it shifts you forward.
So you're head first.
You're head first, and you're looking, your whole body is facing the ground.
Yeah, and unless you're like in the front row, you're constantly staring at someone's gooch.
No, you're staring at the ground.
Well, if you look up.
Like, I don't think your head allows you to look upwards to where you would look at somebody's ass. You're facing straight. Your whole body is straight. You're looking at the
you're right,
ground.
And then it's got the loop where it tosses you like toward the sky. And then
Yeah,
down.
like,
Dude, that's so fun.
So the whole thing is a big fuck you.
That'd be so great.
I got on that thing and I swear to God, I almost shit my pants. I thought about every horrible thing I have done in my life, and I regretted it. I became religious for about 2 minutes.
You're not a holy man, but you repented that day.
I repented. I thought about every sin I had committed, and I was like, somebody get a priest in here. I'm about to fucking die.
Okay. I only bring up the whole roller coaster thing before you went on the rant about it. It's because those things, yeah, they're designed to be fun and everything like that, and some of them are designed for kids and stuff, but some of them are designed for that adrenaline rush. And I wanted to hit on that because do you know why people are adrenaline junkies?
Because their mom was a crack whore?
No.
Oh.
No, it's because they have a weird condition in their brain to where I'm pretty sure it's a dopamine deficiency.
Mm-hmm.
And dopamine is the neurotransmitter.
It's the feel good
chemical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dopamine is also released when you're in fight or flight, so adrenaline. Some people seek that because they seek that feeling. They seek that dopamine rush. People who are adrenaline junkies typically have a dopamine deficiency, if I'm remembering that correctly. So you might have a dopamine deficiency, my friend.
That actually explains a lot of my issues.
A dopamine deficiency? A lack of feel good?
Yeah. I think that explains, let's see, the possible case of manic depression I have self-diagnosed myself with since I was 13.
Thank you, WebMD.
The possible sex addiction I would have if I weren't kept in check.
Shit.
My addictive personality in general, whether it be to people, alcohol, or feelings. My obvious adrenaline junkie wants. Because I love to drive fast around curves that my little hatchback should not drive fast around.
Yeah.
Is there a prescription for this stuff?
Yeah, antidepressants.
But does that replace the dopamine you need, or is that...
No, actually what it does is it blocks the reuptake of dopamine in your brain. So the easiest way to explain it is, okay, I'll explain it to you in terms that you might understand. Think of the dopamine...
I'm tired of talking about this shit.
Seriously, this will make you get it. Think about the dopamine thing as an air hockey puck.
Okay.
And the two slots
yes.
are the place where it comes in and the place where it goes out.
Okay.
The place where it goes in is the part that you're defending.
Okay.
The place that it goes out is the place that the other person is defending.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the drug taken, there's no opponent there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hit that hockey puck straight into the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Dopamine is introduced. Dopamine is taken back immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You experience the game a lot less. You experience the happy a lot less.
Because it happens so fast.
Yes.
Okay.
And it gets taken away so fast.
Yeah.
Now say you take that drug.
Mm-hmm.
The opponent is introduced. The opponent is defending. You're trying to score, but your opponent keeps blocking it.
Yeah.
So the dopamine is in the game longer. The hockey puck is in the game longer. The dopamine is in your brain longer. You experience the happy longer because the dopamine is in the game. The dopamine is in your brain.
See, now, if you would have just explained it that way the first time, I would have understood it. Because you just went on a whole bunch of shit I did not get. But
I explained it to you in terms that I learned it at.
Yeah, don't do that. Dumb it down for me.
I did.
Yeah,
and now it makes complete sense to you.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta dumb this shit down for me, bro. I didn't go to college. I went to film school. Mommy said I could be whatever I wanted to be when I grow up. She didn't say it'd be so goddamn difficult. Have you ever noticed that?
What?
So, have you ever noticed parents will say, son, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow up?
Yes, and it's utter bullshit.
Do they say that because we're white guys?
No, I believe everyone says that.
Anyway. No.
Jesus, Avery. No. We are not doing this again.
Anyway, parents always tell their kids that you can be anything when you grow up. But, for those artsy kids, that shit seems to be really fucking hard. And maybe it's because I got a late start trying to, hone a craft and get with it.
No, it's not.
but like it just seems like you have to put in so much fucking effort to really do what you want.
Yeah.
And I feel like the school system, and even as we get older, our own parents are like, well, you're not going to make money at that, so you don't need to be doing that.
Yeah. It's not as much what's going to make you happy, it's what's going to make you stable.
Yeah. And like that's kind of a really evil fucking thing, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't blame that on parents or anything like that. I would blame that on a bigger picture. I would blame that on the society
the capitalist
that we live
society.
in. Yes, that.
Capitalism's a bitch.
Yes, but we're not going communist.
I didn't say I wanted to go communist.
But you would.
No.
Bullshit.
Communism doesn't work on a large scale.
What would you do then?
I don't know.
You would go communist.
Bernie all the way. I don't know.
You would go communist.
I wouldn't go communist because I don't believe...
Socialist.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be a lot more socialist, probably.
Yeah, I figured.
I think it might work a little better.
Than capitalist?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't look into politics.
I mean, you know more about it than I do.
Not that much. Anyway.
Moving forward. Or backward, as it seems that we're doing.
It is really just so hard to do what you want. Because it's like, I want to be on the radio or, like, make stuff. And I feel like parents or even schools so often as you're getting older make it seem like these professions are so hard to obtain. Like being a writer.
I will say as far as like what the example that you gave, the radio and film production and stuff like that, the outlook of those two are vastly different. The outlook of radio show host is very, very low because radio's going out.
Yeah.
Radio's dying
For
very
sure.
quickly. Film production has constantly went up.
It's been on the rise.
Yeah, and it has been for the past few decades.
Well, but I'm saying even in general, as it comes to the arts, whether you want to draw, paint, create music, all kinds of stuff, it seems like people are always telling you or making you feel that you can't achieve it by doing it. Like you'll never make money at it. You'll never get big enough to do it. It's a 1 in a million thing.
Well, I feel like it's because the field that they're talking about is very selective.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to make a name for yourself, but once you make a name for yourself, then you're set, as long as you keep consistently putting out stuff.
Maybe it's just my own personal view of how my dreams got killed as a child. Because
we're going dark.
We're going dark. Like my tragic past. But like no. As a
The Day in the Life of Avery, a tragedy film.
Fuck, man. If I ever go big, my documentary...
If you ever go on Broadway, it's going to be a tragedy.
No, if I ever get
You're
big...
going to pull a complete Shakespearean production.
It'll be a true comedy. It's great.
A tragic comedy.
Yeah. No, like if I ever blow up and I get a documentary made about myself, it's seriously going to be like a docu-comedy. Or a docu-tragedy. Anyway.
Okay, all right.
Like, as I got older, because see, I was always kind of, but like I was kind of out there as an odd kid. I was always
Shot out.
Sure, shot out. Yes,
And you still are.
very. It's just gotten worse. Because
It's just now it's leaning more toward flamboyancy than...
it's gotten worse because I realized the world doesn't give a fuck about me.
So now you don't give a fuck about the world.
That's why I'm trying to get famous on the internet.
Okay.
Anyway, as I've gotten, like, I was always kind of an out there kid making noises and doing voices constantly, which maybe just all kids do that. Like, male kids especially. I feel like we do that a whole lot. Maybe I did it a little more, and I always thought, like, this would be cool to do. But then as I got older, I was kind of convinced, like, you can't do this. It's not a real job. And then I got even older, and I realized, oh my God, this is a real job. I can make money off doing jackass voices all the time by being fucking weird and out there with it. Do you know
Voice acting.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I knew it was a thing, but people always acted like it's impossible to get into.
Yeah.
And
I
maybe-
saw an ad come up on my Instagram, actually, either last night or the night before, about a voice acting job. Actually, no, I take that back. It wasn't on Instagram. It was a TikTok that I saw. This guy was developing a game, and he needed voice actors for the characters in the game. he was going to pay you and everything. There were 3 characters. There was a main character who was a sheriff, another character that was kind of, it was a female voice, but I don't remember what her role was, and then there was another one that was just kind of
random.
And yeah, there's like a side character or something like that. I didn't realize how much of a career people could make out of voice acting until I started looking into it. And there's some jobs that, like, you say a couple lines.
It's a couple grand.
Yeah, and it's literally a couple $1,000 just because your voice fits whatever they think the character should sound like.
It's amazing. Entertainment pays.
It's literally like, you could get that shit done in an hour.
You can't. The problem with it, though, is they pay so much because you might go months without a job.
Yeah.
That's the issue with it.
Yeah. But if you did voice acting as like a side job.
And work your way up, yeah, it'd be great. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because the film industry hadn't gotten as big in Georgia as it, like, was back growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people were just like, it's almost impossible. You got to be out in California or New York to do that, and you're just some little southern boy. And I'm like, well, this sucks. Like, for a while, I convinced myself I wanted to be an architect. Could you see me learning the physics and the math
Hell no.
behind being an architect?
Hell no.
Exactly. I wanted to do that shit for like 5 years, and then I went on a tour of a tech college.
Yeah.
Like that, like one of their biggest degrees is architecture, and I saw all the models and all the classes and shit, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this."
I never knew that.
Yeah, I wanted to be an architect for a while.
Is that why you did engineering in high school?
Yeah.
It was because you had.
Yeah, because I wanted to be an architect, and I thought, like, I mean, in general, engineering stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I wanted to be an architect, and then I went on that college tour, and it flipped, and I was like, dude, fuck this shit. I can't. I'm not.
Wow.
And then I turned into this, like, weird, creative, whacked-out guy.
And that's when you joined theater.
Exactly. All the crazy shit that, like, used to go on in my head that I would keep, like, moderately concealed was just like, you know what? Fuck it. We've given up.
Fuck
Let's
it.
go.
Jars open.
Fuck it. We've given up. My head exploded, and I don't know. I just went off.
And then we became best friends somehow, and here we are.
Yeah.
Fucking 7 years later, doing a podcast.
Now we have a really shitty podcast on the internet.
That's very true. Yep.
Which one of us came up with wanting to do this? Was it a mutual thing, or did I come up with it?
I don't know.
Because I feel like this is...
Because to be fair, I completely forgot that we had talked about it, I guess, from this date a year ago. Because we had thought about the idea of it a year ago.
It has been, hasn't it?
Yeah, because we thought about it. I say we because I don't remember who mentioned it first, but...
I want to say it was honestly you, because I think you got more into podcasts before I did.
I think so, yeah.
Because I didn't get into podcasting really. Like, I knew what they were, but I wasn't listening to them until I started working at where we're at.
Yeah.
And I think you were already there, because you had been working there, what, a
year.
Summer or two before me?
Yeah, I had been there a year before you joined.
Yeah. And so you were like, hey, these things seem pretty cool and right up your alley. We should do a podcast. And I was like, what the fuck?
Damn, I came up with this idea?
I think you did. And now it's evolved into this crackpot-ass company that I'm trying to build.
Huh. Well.
Good job, Trace.
Thanks.
Gave me a new hobby. Which is right along with everything I want to do anyway, so...
I mean, yeah, it very much so works out in your favor as opposed to mine. I mean, this is a hobby for me, really. This is kind of more experience and more exposure to things that you're going to be working with, and this is just me talking into a mic with you.
Yeah, like I get to build a demo tape off of this.
Yeah, you could possibly pull, like, fucking...
I could pull a lot of our conversations out for stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, the bits we do, it's kind of perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, who knows? If we blow up, this is a career change for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Be fun.
For you, this is a pipe dream.
Yeah, this is a pipe dream for me. If it, like, flips around and we get successful, this is, like, just,
it's a
like...
pipe dream for you and a culture shock for me. This is going to be a great time.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Which, by the way, I do have to say, the person who got me into podcasts, my good friend Grant, he got me into it, so... This idea stems from you, friend.
Thank you, Grant, for starting this.
for being the sole purpose that this is a shitty thing.
Well, if we ever make profit, we'll cut you in for 0.00002%.
which is going to be as much as we ever make, 0.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's amazing the way things turn around, isn't it? You know what? I'm not gonna lie. If I do make a demo tape, I'd have to use like both of our voices in it a whole lot, just so conversation would make sense.
Yeah.
How fucked up would it be if you blew up off of this? If I turned in a demo tape and it's like, yeah, you know what, you're all right, but
who's the other guy?
Who the fuck's your friend, man? He sounds awesome. And I'm
There's
like,
no way.
I'd be like, what? Are you fucking for real right now?
You're gonna call me up like all pissed off and be like, hey man, what's up? You piece of shit, I got you a fucking part in a movie.
And you're like, what? And
It's
he's
like, what are you talking about?
You have a $60,000 sign-on bonus and $53 an hour, you motherfucker.
Avery, slow the fuck down. What is happening?
You're the Blue Power Ranger.
What?
In a new animated series.
What the? They still make those?
That would be absolutely batshit. Dude, we need an animator.
That, yeah.
We need an animator so badly, because if we got one that could like do some of the weird shit we put out, oh man, that'd be so funny.
Even just the bits that we have.
Exactly, that'd be so fucking funny. God,
sorry.
Damn. Talk about a hard hiccup.
It happens a lot more than I'm comfortable with.
I don't get a whole lot of hiccups, but I sure do have a whole lot of gas.
I don't know why the fuck I hiccup. So like sometimes I'll do it and it hurts like somewhere in my chest or sometimes my back.
In your what?
Yeah, it's like a dull pain, like someone punched me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't like it. Speaking of gas.
Nazi Germany.
What?
You said speaking of gas.
I didn't know where I was going with this.
I did.
I kind of want to talk about coffee. Shit. This is why I won't ever get a real voice acting job. I wanted to talk about coffee. Goddamn. Cough a little quieter. Could you please die silently over there? You're interrupting people. I wanted to talk about coffee being a laxative, but then I just realized we talked about shit way too much on this already.
Let's not talk about that, please.
When's the last time you got food poisoning?
Oh, shit. A while.
It's been a while?
It's been a while.
Oh, dude, I feel like I get food poisoning like every other month.
I feel like you're just a pussy.
How am I? How am I a bitch? Do you know how much I eat?
You know how much I eat?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, well, no. Here's the difference. I'm like pointing at the fucking computer like there's a camera, but here's the difference. You eat out a lot more than I do.
Very true. So I have a
so
lot
you
more
have
chance.
you have a higher chance of getting it than I do.
That's
fair. I eat out maybe once a month.
Wow.
Maybe.
How does it feel to save all that money? I feel like I'm broke because I eat out so much. Anyway, yeah, I eat out at like twice a week. So I think I have a much higher chance of catching some shit than you do.
Oh, for sure. A lot of the stuff that I eat is like home cooked.
When's the last time? I think it was last night. I was about to say, when's the last time I had a home cooked meal? It was last night.
I was about to say, the last time I remember you having one, if it wasn't last night, would have been a week ago, because you ate with us.
Yeah, it was last week. But, oh man, I remember there was...
Because we watched Tropic Thunder after that.
God. I remember, what is the longest you've gone without a home-cooked meal?
A day.
What? Dude, I've gone 7 months.
What?
Without, like, a real home-cooked meal? I've gone 7 months.
See, but I would, like, cook for myself when I was living alone, so...
But, like, are you cooking a full meal? Like, I'm talking, you got your sustenance, your bread, your veggies, like some fruit of some kind.
Most times,
your
yeah.
bread, your carbs, in all some kind of fashion like that.
Most times, yeah, because for half the time that I was living alone, I meal prepped. So
wow.
It sounded like a water drop. That was a good, like, onomatopoeia. But, yeah, I meal prepped for half that time, so I didn't have to worry about cooking every single night, but I always had, quote-unquote, a home-cooked meal.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of the time it was broccoli, rice, and chicken, or some other vegetable, rice and salmon, or
There's a lot of
sausage.
times I would live off frozen pizzas, frozen burritos, and tuna.
Damn.
And like I don't really consider that a home cooked meal. That's just some shit I threw in the oven.
Yeah, home cooked is like,
It's legit.
oh, okay, well, okay, then not a day for me. It's more like, it's no longer than a week.
Oh, it's still been 7 months for me.
Jesus fuck.
I think like no shit. The time when like I moved out of my mom's house, the first time I had a home cooked meal, I think was at your house with your family.
It probably was. We feed you a lot.
Everybody does.
Yeah, that's fair.
You do. My girlfriend's parents. I don't like. I'm never home though. That's the thing. I'm never home to cook.
Yeah.
And like most of the time, my family's cooking is like.
Iffy.
It's kind of my grandparents have gotten old. Taste buds don't work right, so it's like they don't season anything anymore.
Yeah,
they're just
so
like
everything's just bland.
It all tastes the same. No, Grandma, it tastes like piss water. I love you, but for the love of God, throw some fucking salt on this chicken. Something to give me.
See, I'm so glad that hasn't happened here yet. Like the other night, we had.
Your parents aren't that old though.
No, they're not.
Like they're like roughly middle aged, so it's like they got some time.
Yeah, 47 and 52 respectively.
See, they got plenty of time before their taste buds like really start going.
Yeah, true. Oh, that just reminded me. It's been in the back of my mind. I don't know if I've said it here or not, but I know I've mentioned it to you before. Whenever you look at something, you can imagine what that would feel like if you licked it. No matter what it is, and no matter if you have licked it before. No matter where you are right now, look at something, and you know exactly what it would feel like to lick it. You know what it would feel like on your tongue. Like right now, Avery, like look at my comforter.
I don't.
Like my comforter is kind of, furry, I guess. Yeah, but
like
you would know how that would feel if you would lick it.
Yeah, I feel like it would be like licking a fucking cat. That makes me very uncomfortable.
Or like the table. The table would have a different consistency if you licked it than the wall would, and you know that difference.
I don't like how I know exactly how everything would feel on my tongue.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's like that with everybody.
I bet you everybody is looking around their room right now like, what the fuck?
God, what the fuck?
Oh my God, what does that table feel like? And they're like sticking their tongue out and they're just like, "Bleh. Oh my God, I know what it feels like."
And then it's just a...
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's my microphone.
I know, but still. The fact that you're licking it.
I got no shame in my tongue game. Nice and tight.
Damn, I was about to say, I don't know if that picked up, but that was a very satisfying noise.
It's nice and tight.
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
When is the last time we did a real closer?
Like 7 episodes ago.
Shit.
It's been a while. You want to do one this time?
What do we do?
You do it like this. Well, guys, thank you for listening to the Evolution Failed Us podcast. We appreciate you for tuning in and listening to our typical bullshit. If you would like to, please go follow our socials on everything, every platform, Instagram, Spotify, Apple, all that kind of shit. You can find us at Evolution Failed Us. Just type it into the search bar and it will come up. You'll see the logo.
Fucking flex on them, Trace. Rattle that shit off, boy. Fucking
If I get into the flow of things, I can do it pretty well.
It's nice. It's nice. You're growing
I'm growing
into this podcast.
I'm breaking out of my
amazing.
shell. You fucking dickhead. I hate you.
All right, guys. That's been the Evolution Failed Us podcast. Have a good week. This has been the Evolution Failed Us podcast.